Hi everybody, I'm Jason Liebig, and this is the very first episode of the Candy Geek Vlog. Vlog! Thanks for joining me for this very first episode of The Candy Geek. I've put on a jacket to mark the special occasion. We've got new art up in my new office. Very excited with my 1970s Brock sign. Some cool new things I took photos of, and one of my favorite candy wrappers over here. Some of my favorite vintage bubblegum. For those of you that don't know, The Candy Geek is the offspring, the evolution, and the spin-off of CollectingCandy.com, a blog I created and have been writing for the last 3 years. Within that blog, I've really hunted down the sort of lost histories of confection and candy brands and candy marketing and candy packaging, and I sort of found all these things that people might have remembered but couldn't remember, and there was no information on them. So I've had a lot of fun doing that, and I thought it was time to sort of expand my candy geeky horizons with The Candy Geek. So with this being our new episode and hopefully looking dapper and all new and clean, I thought we would start with the first episode with sort of an assessment of where we are. So it's sort of the where am I right now? Almost a meditation. And where we are right now in the world of The Candy Geek, well, we just had Easter last weekend. Easter, and that was sort of the end of what I call the summer of exciting new candy releases. And that's a long summer. It starts all the way back in September when stores start jam-packing their aisles full of the best holiday candy ever, Halloween candy. Halloween is my favorite candy holiday. Why, you ask? Or you didn't, because you get things like Frankenstein, and you get monsters, and you get vampires, and mummies, and ghouls, and ghosts, and zombies, and you get all sorts of great special editions, or store exclusives, or funny shapes of things you thought you knew, and colors, and it's gross stuff, and it's scary stuff, but it's super cool. And that lasts us up through Halloween. Which is October 31st. On November 1st, boom, that stuff is to the clearance aisle and is immediately replaced with something a little different. Christmas candy. I love Christmas candy too. Now, it's not my favorite candy holiday, but boy, I really do love it as well. We get all that great stuff. It makes me think about being a kid. You get Santa Claus, you get reindeer, you get elves, you get snowmen. You don't get any zombies, but you get all that great stuff, and you get a lot of red foil and green foil in those two colors, and holly and all that stuff. And it's a lot of fun stuff. It tends to feel a little more old-fashioned just because those things are a little, you know, seemingly a little more tied into a sort of wholesome America, as it were. So you get all that stuff, and I really do enjoy it. And again, it's a lot of going out and hunting, and they've set up whole sections of stores dedicated to this holiday candy, and it's fun for the candy geek-minded, and you go out and you get it. And then on December 26th, boom, that stuff again, put to the clearance aisle, and then we're to the next candy holiday. Well, the next candy holiday? New Year's Eve. Well, New Year's Eve isn't actually the next candy holiday, unless you consider vodka and tequila candy, which... let's face it, I'm not going to here today, not for the purpose of The Candy Geek. No, on December 26th, in a lot of stores, they already start throwing out the Valentine's candy. So you get hearts and cupids and cherubs and lots of pinks and reds and, you know, but a lot of hearts, let's face it, a lot of hearts. And that stuff is out there, and that's still fun to go out and hunt for, because stores still have these entire sections set up, and it's cool to see. And that takes us up through February 14th. On February 15th, yep, you've been there, boom, clearance aisle. Next up, it's all Easter stuff. So for Easter, we have whole sections filled with chicks, ducks, bunnies, of course the Easter bunny, eggs, and kind of a lot of grass. Gets put in there. So those things are suddenly the shape of these wonderful candy aisles. And so it's fun to go out and looking for all those new things, and the weird egg-shaped Snickers bar wrappers, or the chick-shaped Reese's. Well, they don't have those, but they've got lots of Reese's eggs and white chocolate Reese's eggs and all this fun stuff. So that's our Easter holiday, and as soon as that's over, well, Easter has a floating date, so really you'll figure it out. Look it up on Wikipedia. They'll tell you when Easter ends for whatever year you're watching this. And once that's over, well, much like Game of Thrones, the winter is coming. Winter is coming, the candy winter, because really, after 6 months of stores blasting it out and sitting up these huge multi-aisle sections where there's always new stuff to see and dozens of new things every month or two, you sort of hit a period of another 6 months that is a little, a little quieter. You have to hunt a little more. And as a candy geek, of course, I'm happy to do so, and I'm still finding cool things throughout those 6-month periods until the next candy summer begins in September. But you do have to hunt a little more, and for me, that's still a lot of fun. So I love going out and looking for new things, and sometimes I even shop for things overseas. I'm doing that all year round, but in the summer I might have a little more time to do that. And that leads me to what's going to be happening here tomorrow on the Candy Geek vlog. We're going to be doing our first unboxing video. I'd like to think that these sort of unboxings could be a regular thing. We're going to try it out. I've never done one. So tomorrow we're going to unbox something I think is super cool piece of packaging. It's going to be a lot of fun unboxing it. It's from Japan. It's a Japanese Kit Kat edition, but I'll give you a little bit of a tease. It is Japanese Kit Kat Super Train edition. It's really cool, but that's it. You'll be seeing more of that tomorrow, but that's going to be a fun unboxing, which I hope you really enjoy, and we're going to get back to that. But for now, that's it. This is the first episode of the Candy Geek vlog. I hope you liked it. I'm sure I'm going to be learning a lot of things as we go along. I guess I should tell you to, subscribe? You don't have to subscribe yet. You haven't even really got a taste of what this is. Subscribe after a week when you just love every single thing we've done here on the Candy Geek vlog. So check it out. If you've got ideas or thoughts, you can leave them in the comments. I think that's what people say to do, right? So, I'm just learning on the job here. So that's it, everybody. Thanks for checking out the very first episode of the Candy Geek vlog. See you next time, everybody. Bye-bye. I think I really like saying vlog. It's a pretty fun word.